Okay, this is Studio with Let's Play ActRaiser 2 Hard Mode Edition! By,
You're still terrible at video games.
Dectilon, Kanos, and Serious.
This is serious.
I'll never get tired of this,
Oh yeah, I
this
could put
spinning
that
intro
out,
to
but I'm
stages.
going to. I'm never going to do that. Actually, when I play through the game, I load the save state before that, just so I can experience it every time.
The sense of inertia is so real.
Yeah. I feel like I am the master falling to the earth for some weird reason or something, I don't know.
So, why was the Master in ActRaiser 1 an armored dude, and the Master in ActRaiser 2 is like a half-naked angel dude?
So, the Master's armor is powered by people believing in him. And,
But there were no people in ActRaiser 1.
I've never...
You made the people.
Okay?
No.
Oh my god, you gotta rectify that, homie.
Whatever, corn slice.
Look, man. Look, after those DMX mashups,
maybe,
I'm in a rapper mood,
maybe,
okay?
maybe we'll get into ActRaiser 1 at some point. I made Face Guy play it, and he thought it was pretty good, so...
You know, if you can beat ActRaiser 2 on hard mode, ActRaiser 1 will be such a vacation for you. It'll be
I guess we
pathetic.
should talk about the level a bit. This level isn't very hard when you know what to do, but there's lots of little traps. Like a little while ago, like I walked underneath a bat off screen, and then it followed me on screen so I could kill it without getting into a really bad position. This level has a lot of that shit, but like it's you know, the second level is not very long, and it's not like you have to slog through a lot to get to the shitty parts.
Yeah. I figured I'd say some things about hard mode compared to the other modes. Why it's so
hard?
different.
Oh.
Yes.
It is hard, but you know, there are some things like enemies, they do more damage. They have each enemy except for one, I think, has one more hit point, which means that you can no longer kill enemies with a jump stab. You have to do a dive stab, which actually changes the game a lot more than you'd think, because it means you can't dive straight through enemies anymore. Often you need to either try to link the damage, like do a slice when you land, and hit them before the invulnerability period runs out, which is really hard to do, or you will have to find another strategy to dealing with them, because otherwise you'll take a shit ton of damage.
Yeah,
Which I believe Studio found out when he played through the Demon's Cave on hard.
Okay, Demon's Cave is a level where they just throw shit at you non-stop, and it's not that hard on normal mode because you can kill a lot of things with a dive stab, and there's not as many things, and actually you can one-shot a few monsters, I think. But
yeah, allow.
Honestly, it just looks like it's
like
about
it
being
usually
patient
is.
in
But then
hard mode.
Demon's Cave is actually the exact opposite, because they throw so much shit at you. If you're patient, you die. Demon's Cave is awesome. I actually really like it. But
Demon's Cave has respawning enemies,
Yes.
so if you try to be patient,
Patience
you'll
is
die.
punished.
also, I don't know
Yikes.
if you saw that sweet double air stab there. That was totally on accident.
I did.
Well,
So
you
this
shouldn't
one
have said
is-
that.
Kind of a pushover, it looks like.
I mean,
Yeah.
when you know what to do, that's kind of most of these bosses, but this one's not that hard to figure out.
Yeah.
It's just like, are you confident in your ability to air dive and all that?
Avoid attack, stab in face.
This-
Yeah, when I played through this game, the plant monster gave me about as much trouble as it gave you. That is to say, a Tom. But that guy, no.
The plant monster is just a huge fuck you. I don't like the plant monster. I mentioned last week, but this game does have a problem where a lot of the bosses are really hard to figure out and kill you really, really quickly. So it's just you never get a chance to really learn it. So you got to cheese through it with magic or something like that. Also, the water slide is really weird because sometimes it's easy, and I mess up a lot in this life.
I was going to comment that it's amusing that you've taken 4 times as much damage from fat little fish dudes sliding down the water slide than you have in the entire stage so far.
But like for the most part, when they're sliding down the water slide, you can just up slash like this. But every now and then, they'll just like walk up behind you as someone is sliding down. Usually, you can down stab, but I'm really bad about down stab. as Dectilon is currently just shaking in shame. But like sometimes
It's a
like,
good skill to have.
You just get pincers like fuck.
Just the fact that when enemies have one more health, so they need one more slash to die, that actually makes a big difference, because enemies that you could usually stun lock on normal until they died, you can't anymore. Some are so fast that they will reach you if you start hitting them too late.
Also, I totally flubbed this for no reason.
Well, your death time run on normal mode showed us exactly how good you are at dodging
I mean, you
lasers.
didn't even have to be on that rock. Like, you can't fire it up. I don't even know how I'm so bad at this boss, but that's rock to the side. So those, when you block
You got
up,
rocked.
you don't block the entire area. You just block part of it. So, but luckily you can switch without leaving the block. So that's pretty cool. And then I try to deal with that guy. Oops.
You were
Like you-
I'm gonna get
well,
revenge this
as you could tell.
time. Nope.
Yeah, on normal you could totally do that, but on hard you need to link a normal move
Yeah.
into the jump stab, and it's really hard to do.
I mean, I guess the best way
Especially
to
on a
describe hard
slope.
is everything is scary, because very few things won't do a lot of damage, or if they don't do a lot of damage, they're going to put you in a really bad position. And that's like almost every enemy in the game does it. Every now and then you run into like some monsters, which is like, what are you even doing?
There,
here?
now one of them came from behind and
Yeah.
sandwiched you there.
Yeah, but that time was only one instead of two. I think it depends on if you slide back or not.
Yeah, the if you let one of them pass you, they'll come back up. But sometimes they just spawn behind you.
Yeah, there's that magic to the left side of the screen, but boss not too hard. Even though I died, you don't really need it.
Truth is, you probably would have had an easier time if you weren't trying to climb up the Frog's Water Park.
Oh yeah. I think that's very rude of us to. Did we make this joke in the first video about climbing up the frog
Yes.
water park? Okay, never mind. I'll cut the
shit.
joke out. It's just such a good joke.
The thing is, I didn't even see that, so it's like,
Like 5 people did. But it's just
I think that was back in the phase when everybody was still shitting on you for
Yeah.
making the threat in the
a
first
good
place.
time.
To be fair, you still had more viewers then.
Well, everybody checks out new LPs. It's really weird when you see like an LP that's got like 5 viewers, but some game nobody's ever heard of, and made by some no-name dude. It's just like, oh wow, you've got like 4,000 views and you've done like 30 updates. Shit. I'm sorry you're not an LP superstar.
congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
No congratulations. That was one of the easiest levels in the game. Let's go to Deathfield. Then
I got a
we'll
sweet trick
then
to
we'll
show
see
on
if you can
Deathfield
play.
when we get there, but well, this has been Benefic.
It's where we separate the men from the boys.